All right, guys, it's time for round 3. That's right. We shot the tree, and the 50 BMG was the only one to defeat it. And then we shot bigger trees to see how big a tree you need to stop a 50. So, I'm not spoiler alert. I guess I kind of did. Anyway, you can go check those out. We're not going to digress on them much, but we are at our original tree right here. And guess what? Look, it's still alive. Look at those nice green leaves. A few scratches on the bark is not going to hurt it. And so, what we're going to do to make sure that we didn't, that we're not getting into the wood grain that we shot last time, we're moving up a little bit and we're going to shoot a little bit higher. And so I'm going to spray paint real quick and seal up those holes so we don't get confused on anything. But then what else we do? We have Bill right here. I didn't give him a bath. He's still dirty from the other 50 shoot, but we'll figure it out. We got 2 holes through them, so we'll be able to tell if anything else penetrates, as well as the FBI gelatin blocks from Clear Ballistics. These are like lots old, so that's why they're not as clear as they used to be. But we're gonna see what happens with the tree. So, going through the comments, everybody was like, hey, you should try steel core on everything. I was like, you know what, you got a point. I mean, 50 BMG, that's really gonna be the kicker because of the power. But we have, courtesy of Tactical Repair, a guy who's helping me fix up my deuce and a half. He loaned me some of his guns for the ones that I didn't have. And first one we're gonna try is gonna be the 5.45 by 39 millimeter. So compared to a 223, that thing's like just a needle. It's like just shooting through, I still think it's not going to have the energy, but they do have a steel core. We're going to see if it pokes through like a needle. All right, then we're going to step on up to the M885 62 grain steel core, the green tip that almost was banned because the ATF hates us. And we're going to do that. Oh, I got to show you where we hide the M16. This is why Humvees are cool. Check that out. Yes, M16 rifle holder right there. So we're gonna, well, it's not really M16, but it's 20 inches. So we're gonna have the, what you call, velocity of the long sucker. AK-47 rounds, so your 7.62 by 39 with just a few of the old school Chinese steel core stuff. We're gonna see if they even go off. And then, let's see. Oh, now this is what my money's banking on. Not only steel core, but we have M1 Garand 30-06, the M2 black tips, which is actually tungsten inside. And so that ought to really give us something, because a lot of these steel cores are kind of soft. Because what we have next is going to be the Moissanagato, so the 7.62 by 54R. A lot of you guys brought that up, and so we have that with the freshly opened Spam Cam, which just hurts so much to open, but then it was kind of cool because when you popped it, so that was kind of neat. And then, oh, I know. Well, we'll get to the gun itself in a little while, but we're going to have 8mm Mauser. And what I did to make sure that these were steel core, this is a magnet, so everything's stuck to a magnet. Now, bimetal jackets will also stick to a magnet, so I cut them open, and look, there's a steel core. And it's like, all right, this is pretty cool. And so that's the 8mm right here. This is a 7.62 by 54R. And then if all else fails, we'll take out the 50. And then, if that doesn't work, well, if the 50 still goes through, we got the body armor plates from an earlier video. You can go check that out. This is this Lifesaver body armor. And Nosler, you joining me on the range today? Nossie, hey, you want Coke? If you're gonna be good, I'll give you a Coke. Come here. You want Coke? What you gonna do with that? Oh, Nosler loves sugar. Drink it, drink it. And she just opens it with her teeth. So, pretty cool. Let's get this party started. All right, guys, time to shut up and shoot with the AK-74 first up with a 5.45 by 39mm. So that's that skinny guy next to a 223. So we're gonna put away the 223 for later. I don't know. We're just doing this because it's steel core and it's something to get started. Kind of like we shot 22 last time. Like we really thought that was gonna happen. All right, so what you got, Bill? I didn't see anything jiggle. M885, green tip, 223, if you're not familiar with it, being called 5.56 by 45. Same thing. What you got, Bill? Well, we chipped some bark off. If I didn't see the bark come off the tree, I wouldn't have thought I even hit it because there's no entry holes because it's just so tiny and small. All right, so we have some options for the 7.62 by 39 steel core. We're gonna start with this RPK right here because it is big, bad, and looks cool. And then we're gonna do it with the SKS just for good measure and because I wanna shoot my old school SKS that I have. All right. We're finally seeing some damage on the bark though. All right, nothing with the RPK, but you know, just for good measure, this is like my first centerfire rifle. We gotta put the bayonet on it just for, you know, cool dude factor, because we could stab the tree, right? Bye, Bill. We'll check it anyway. All right, Moisenagant, so we're going with 7.62 by 64R. A lot of it is steel core, and so to double check that this spam cam was also steel core, like I said earlier, we pulled one. It pulled out surprisingly easy. It's like, as a reloader, it's like that crimp was nothing. And so you have your, what we cut off was the copper jacket, and then you have a lead inside, which is now gone, and then the steel core right there, which is nice and flat, and yeah, man, hard. However, it's not like it is a hardened carbide steel like the next one we're gonna do with the 30-06. Anyhow, let's see what Bill's got today. I saw a chunk of tree, but of course that don't mean nothing if it's shooting at the other side. Nah. What you think, guys? I know what that is, right? So if 8mm Mauser, now it's not like 7.62 like in the game because they always screw things up, but this 8mm Mauser is what's your Kar 98K is gonna shoot. I had to buy some reloaded, no, not reloaded, just surplus stuff from Czechoslovakia, like made in the 50s. This looks like a date stamp of 53 or 63. Don't know if that's the year, but probably so. I'm putting more than 3 in because this surplus stuff absolutely sucks, and it doesn't go off every time, and there's a hang fire too. This rifle's pretty light for as beastly of a gun. All right, bye. Did you see that hang time? It was like click, boom. We're gonna wait a minute. All right, it's enough. Another hang time. This ammo sucks. Much better, much better. Much better, much better. Nothing. All right, so all that gets us to our black-tipped M2 stuff. So 30-06 in a classic M1 Garand. Yeah, buddy. Tungsten stuff now. Tungsten. Come on. If this don't do it, well, maybe the 300 Win Mag will. Let's play. Oh, I saw stuff come out the back. Sweet. But we have to hear that ping, right? Let's hear that ping. Ping! Yes. All right, guys, the black tip totally did it. You can see right there we have 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. But check it out. 1, 2, 3. It went through, and then 1, 2. 1, 2. That may be old trash from earlier. What? I wonder if we caught one. We caught one. We caught one. All right, right here, right here. It looks like one veered off enough and is still in the torso itself. Let's see what the 30 cal core looks like. Where you at? There you are. Oh, sweet! We did it again! Check that out! So 2 of them went straight through the torso and both blocks, but this bad boy right here, there is your 308 tungsten core. Too cool! Alright, we're just gonna jump on over to the steel plates. It's gonna be loud. Go, 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 go. about right there. Oh, that's a lot of shrapnel. That's cool. So listen. So you can hear stuff in there. I'm gonna have to take it off and try to shake it out the hole. Okay, this is probably from previous testing and everything. Look at all that lead chunks. That's probably from our earlier video. There's gotta be a steel core in here. Gotcha. Let's check it out. Son of a gun. Okay, that took me like 20 minutes to find, but there it is. It actually shattered it. And so look at that. It's got like a really nice, I mean, you can tell it's like hardened steel. So it's that carbide stuff, and that is what actually was caught by that plate. But it saved Bill. And so just that, what is that, level 3A plate, whatever stops like 308. That is what stopped that steel core. So Bill's still alive. We got to change that, right? 50 BMG time. Oh, the smoke though. The smoke. That's cool. That was API if you didn't know. So got a little fire going on there too. All right, in. It went high. Look at that. Holy moly. Wow. So I had painted everything else. So that whole big chunk was the steel core. And, I mean, yeah, the API. That is obviously it. I wonder if it bounced out, because I don't feel anything huge. All right, let's try not to drop it this time. So we have a good chunk of jacket. That's it. That's just a chunk. Ain't much else. All right. It didn't go through. I don't feel any steel core around here. Let's shoot again. Gosh. Okay, you can like totally see the big chunk of tree missing, and it looks dead center to where Bill was. So we are going to find out shortly. Look at that. So I painted everything else so we know exactly what happened. All right. No! No! So it did. Maybe it stuffed it just enough to know. Look at that. Okay, so that's the backward side of the bullet. So, you know, I always kind of... That is insane. You know, I guess the incendiary stuff's in the tip of the lead or something, because that was marked API silver tip, but you know, you don't see anything different in the core itself, but that's probably some pretty hardened steel. Dude, it just barely poked through. And our body armor's good all the way. Bill's still good all the way. And I have another souvenir. So that was awesome. I saw some comments, guys, want some of these? Maybe we'll put them on eBay. If you want dummy rounds, 50 BMG dummy rounds, or even the brass that we shot today and last time, I'll throw a couple of them up on the website, praydhardshootstraight.com. There you go, praydhardshootstraight.com. In the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. This was a lot of fun. Stay tuned for a few more shenanigans I have planned in the future. I think this wraps it up for the tree shooting stuff, but amazing stuff that we found out. And hit the little subscriber bell, and yeah, hit subscribe even if you think you've done it before, because YouTube will kick you off. And I have a friend that says, I've subscribed to you 6 times this year and it keeps on subscribing. So thanks, YouTube, you rock. And everybody else, you are awesome as well. Stay tuned. We'll keep having fun. Dustin out.